Common interview questions that get you hired. If you want to get hired, you do not just need answers that sound good. You need answers that make employers feel confident, comfortable, and ready to trust you with the job. In this video, I will walk you through some of the most common interview questions that actually influence hiring decisions. And more importantly, I will show you how to answer them in a way that sounds professional, natural, and convincing. These are not just random sample answers. These are the kinds of answers that help interviewers see your attitude, your thinking, your work ethic, and your value. So if you have an interview coming up and you want to walk in prepared, calm, and ready to impress, stay with me until the end because these questions show up again and again, and the way you answer them can make the difference between getting rejected and getting hired. Tell me about yourself. This question sounds simple, but it is one of the most important questions in the entire interview. Many candidates make the mistake of talking too much about their personal life, their childhood, or unrelated details. That is not what the interviewer wants. They want a quick professional summary of who you are, what experience or strengths you bring, and why you are a good fit for the role. A strong answer might sound like this: I am someone who enjoys learning, taking responsibility, and doing quality work. Over time, I have developed strong skills in communication, teamwork, and problem solving. In my previous experience, I have focused on staying organized, meeting deadlines, and helping things run smoothly. What interests me about this opportunity is that it matches my strengths and gives me a chance to contribute while continuing to grow professionally. That kind of answer is strong because it is relevant, focused, and confident. It gives the interviewer a clear first impression and sets the tone for the rest of the conversation. Why do you want to work here? This question is really testing whether you are genuinely interested in the role or just applying everywhere without thinking. Employers want people who understand the company, respect the opportunity, and have a reason for being there. A bad answer is something vague like "I just need a job" or "your company seems nice." A better answer sounds like this: I want to work here because your company has a strong reputation for professionalism and growth, and I feel this role matches my skills and the direction I want to take in my career. I also value the kind of environment where people are expected to contribute, learn, and work as a team, and that is one of the reasons this opportunity stands out to me. This works because it shows research, intention, and alignment. Even if it is an entry-level position, employers still want to see that you care enough to know where you are applying and why. What are your strengths? This is where many people either become too humble or too generic. They say things like "I work hard" or "I am a good person," but those answers are weak because they are too broad. When the interviewer asks about your strengths, choose 2 or 3 qualities that matter for the job and support them with simple proof. For example, one of my biggest strengths is reliability. If I am given a responsibility, I take it seriously and make sure it gets done properly and on time. Another strength is communication, because I know how important it is to listen carefully, ask questions when needed, and keep others informed. I would also say adaptability is a strength of mine, because I can adjust quickly, learn new systems, and stay calm when things change. This answer works because it is specific, job-related, and believable. Employers do not just want nice words. They want strengths they can actually picture in the workplace. What is your biggest weakness? This is one of the most feared questions, but it becomes much easier when you understand the real purpose behind it. The interviewer is not looking for perfection. They are looking for honesty, self-awareness, and maturity. The best answer includes a real weakness, but also shows that you are working on it. For example, one weakness I have worked on is being overly focused on getting everything exactly right, which can sometimes slow me down. Over time, I have learned how to balance quality with efficiency by prioritizing tasks better and understanding when something is complete and ready to move forward. That is a strong answer because it does not sound fake, it does not damage your image, and it shows growth. Avoid silly answers like "I work too hard" or "I am a perfectionist" with no explanation. Employers hear those all the time. Be real, but be smart. Why should we hire you? This question is your chance to clearly sell your value. Do not panic. Do not just repeat your resume. Focus on what you bring to the role and why that matters. A strong answer could be, "You should hire me because I bring the combination of a strong work ethic, willingness to learn, and the ability to work well with others. I take responsibility seriously, I stay focused on doing the job well, and I understand that being a valuable employee means being dependable, professional, and ready to contribute from day one. I believe I can add value to your team not only by doing my tasks properly, but also by bringing the right attitude and consistency to the role. This answer is effective because it sounds confident without sounding arrogant. It tells the interviewer that hiring you would be a smart and low-risk decision. Can you tell me about a challenge you faced and how you handled it? Behavioral questions like this are very common because they reveal how you actually think and act under pressure. The best way to answer is with a simple story. Describe the situation, what you did, and the result. For example, in a previous role, we had a situation where an important task had to be completed quickly, but there was confusion about responsibilities and time was limited. Instead of waiting for someone else to fix the problem, I helped clarify what needed to be done, communicated with the people involved, and focused on the highest priority steps first. As a result, we were able to complete the work on time and avoid bigger issues. This kind of answer is strong because it shows initiative, communication, and problem solving. Employers love candidates who stay calm and useful when things get difficult. How do you handle pressure or stress at work? Every workplace has deadlines, unexpected problems, and busy periods. The interviewer wants to know if stress will make you shut down or step up. A good answer is, I handle pressure by staying focused on what needs to be done instead of reacting emotionally in the moment. I try to break the situation into priorities, stay organized, and communicate clearly if something needs attention. I have found that pressure is much easier to manage when you stay calm, avoid panic, and keep moving step by step. This answer shows emotional control and practical thinking. Avoid saying I do not get stressed because that sounds unrealistic. A better approach is to admit that pressure exists but show that you know how to manage it professionally. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? This question is not asking for a perfect life plan. It is asking whether you are serious, motivated, and likely to grow with the company. A strong answer might be, in 5 years, I would like to be in a position where I have grown professionally, taken on more responsibility, and become someone the company can rely on. I want to continue improving my skills, gaining experience, and contributing at a higher level. I am not only looking for a job, I am looking for an opportunity where I can build, develop, and create long-term value. This is good because it shows ambition and stability at the same time. Employers want people who are thinking ahead, but not in a way that makes it sound like they will leave immediately for something else. Why did you leave your last job? This question can be dangerous if you answer emotionally. Never insult your old manager, complain about the company, or sound bitter. Even if the last experience was bad, keep your answer calm and professional. For example, I learned valuable things in my previous role, but I reached a point where I wanted a better opportunity for growth, more responsibility, and a position that matched my long-term goals more closely. That is why I started looking for a role where I can contribute more and continue developing professionally. This answer keeps the focus on growth instead of negativity. Employers respect candidates who stay professional, especially when talking about past challenges. Do you have any questions for us? A lot of candidates think the interview is over when this question comes, but this moment still matters. Saying no, I think I am good can make you seem unprepared or uninterested. Instead, ask thoughtful questions that show maturity and interest. You could ask, what does success look like in this role during the first few months? What qualities do your strongest team members usually have? Or what are the biggest priorities for the person stepping into this position? Good questions make you sound serious and engaged. They also help turn the interview into more of a professional conversation instead of an interrogation. The truth is, getting hired is not only about having experience or giving perfect textbook answers. It is about helping the interviewer feel confident in you. They want to see someone who communicates clearly, stays professional, understands the role, and brings the kind of attitude that makes life easier for the team. So as you prepare, do not memorize robotic scripts word for word. Instead, understand the purpose behind each question, build strong answers in your own voice, and practice until you sound natural, clear, and ready. When you do that, your answers become more powerful, more believable, and much more likely to get you hired. If you prepare these common questions the right way, you will not just walk into the interview hoping for the best. You will walk in knowing you are ready to make a strong impression.